Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are here today for a battle between the Zulu and the British and a man who will be king, but especially to show you the hand of a project that took me about a year to finish off the paint job, because I alternate paint this one to the other one. So let me show you what I've done and then introduce you this scenario. Let's start with the British. I decided to go with the 79 and as a squad with the King's Color and the banner and the Colonel Carney. Here the Captain Valentine and his men, then a sergeant with his men, a 3 unit of rifle foot, then a gun, a cannon and a unit of naval patrol. It's a sailor sent in Africa and they are not happy to be here. I use them both as regular or irregular depending on the scenario. And my last add to the British force is a unit of Boer riflemen, and again I use it as a regular or irregular unit, and this is the force of the British, the force of the Empire. Now moving into the Zulu, and here we have the Zulu, 7 squads of Zulu. Here to start with the main one with my leader and his unit of married Zulu. Other 2 identical married Zulu, I distinguish them with the feather on their head to distinguish on the field from the unmarried. And then my last add, a unit with rifle, obsolete muskets or muskets, a unit of shooter, and then 3 unit of unmarried Zulu. I use different color on their shields to distinguish them on the battlefield. So this is the forces, and now proceeding to show you this custom scenario. This is the scenario. Situation is going worse and worse along the border with the Zulu nation, and news start to come, so something is happening elsewhere. So the morale of these troops are not good as usual. This means that all of my regular infantry are unenthusiastic, and I run 5 units, 4 regular units of unenthusiastic infantry, and the poorly armed naval squad, which are rated for this scenario as irregular infantry, and so they are armed with obsolete rifle. They managed this 3 squad, the Boer, the naval party, and the main unit with the Colonel Carney. They main this settlement along the river. The presence of the sailor is just because they have to sail away along the river of personality. 2 units and the personality is escorted and enter from this road here at the beginning, and the outer enter at the beginning of turn 3. So the captain and the sergeant escort this very popular prime minister. Today he is acting as personality that need to be escorted away and put in safe distance from the Zulu. So they need to reach the outpost safe. The Zulu came all around from turn 1. They will enter along each double edge rolled randomly. So 1, 2 is the long double edge here, 3, 4 and 5 is the place where they enter, or along. They may not enter 18 inches from the road, so here and probably here. And they have to stop and kill the personality. or kill all the white men in the outpost and on the road. If the personality start a turn within the settlement and with no Zulu unit within 3 inches from him, the colonial troops win the scenario, otherwise is a Zulu victory. And now proceeding to tell you the personality of the game. So the Colonel Courtney has a discipline 5, considered as unenthusiastic, and Hapad them, so is eager to bayonet in the belly the Zulu. Captain Ballantyne outside is retreated full speed, is CAD, is all CAD for its trait. And Sergeant O'Malley is unlucky, is a casualty on 1, 2 and 3. For Sergeant Seal, the chief of the sailor, he is a keen shot, so he can reroll 1 miss with the rifle of his squad. And the regular Boer squad, Captain Kurtz, is a brave. He can take 1 pin marker for free every turn. And I'm moving to the Zulu. Unit of the leader we call friendly Shaka, because it is the only Zulu name that I know at the moment, and I want made up anything. Roll 7 for its discipline, but it's jolly sport, so it the double at no, sorry, he is a married one, sorry, he is veteran and a jolly good chap, discipline 5. Then the white shield, white and black shield, this unit here has roll 7 for the discipline and reroll 2 dice in melee. This unit here, the white and orange, is steady and roll a 6 for discipline. Coming to the shooting Zulu, the unmarried musket, they as discipline 6, they are sharpshooter, so shoot on a 5+, and for mysterious reason they want to go into melee and roll up at them. They want to be close and personal. And then moving into the unmarried one, the black and white first one here, the jolly sport, they have discipline 7 but run with +2 to add the double. The total black shield, they have no special effect, he's bold but have a 5+ discipline, and this one of discipline 7 and is ugly, so no special room. And that's it. Now proceeding to move away the Zulu from the table and let them into the turn 1. Zulu as always the first activation in the game. There we are, the first turn is over. 3 things that I forgot to mention. The Zulu in the first turn cannot double, just enter and move. The unit of Shaka, the unit of the Great Commander, is the only one which is also veteran, and the river down there do not allow even the Zulu to move at the double across it, so they may move. Is not possible to cross for the colonial, but the Zulu can, but cannot run across it. So it's impossible for the colonial, and is something like raw terrain. Cannot only be fordable by the Zulu swimming, and this means they cannot shoot, they cannot attack across the river, they simply can move across it at their normal speed. That's it. So 2 units enter on that side of the table, 1 married and 1 unmarried. 3 here, the leader take cover into this grassland, and 2 unmarried unit on his side. 1 unit of married Zulu enter here, 18 inches away but move 8 inches towards the road, while the last unit, the shooting unit, take the cover of this grassland to move towards this settlement and take better position for the shooting. I'm going to see what the British can do in their first turn. Very short turn. Colonel Courtney and the Boer fail to enter in close order with a 5 on a 6 and a 4 on a 5. Only the naval patrol shoot at the married Zulu down there, killing 2 and pin the squad. And that's it for the British turn. Now moving into the second turn, I will run all the turn and a recap at the end of it. All the Zulu on this side advance, set aside that unit far away here of the unmarried with failed their morale. The married one along the river recover from pinning, while the unmarried start to cross. You see the pinning because they receive fire from the naval patrol, which frantically shoot at them and kill 5 of them, and although they are 6 of discipline, they became pinned by the blistering fire of the frightened sailor, which fear for their lives. The Boers shoot at this unit here. We try to stop, to close the road and kill 1, but they pass their morale, while this unit here receive 4 casualty from the close fire of the unit of the colonel, and they became pinned. And that's it. Now at the beginning of the third turn, the British will enter. They may simply enter. For every other action they needed to test, and if they fail they remain outside. I have to decide which unit will escort the personality, and he must stay attached to this unit for the rest of the game until he's alive or not. And this put me in the decision to if I want to enter skirmishing and so shooting, or try to protect, sacrifice 1 unit to move the other towards the settlement. So we'll see on the next turn. I think that is better if I make the separate turn rather than a recap at the end of all the turns. So the Zulu activated, they unpin, they fail to activate. The rest of the Zulu activate. They move 14 inches thanks to a good roll and a jolly sport. Shakas advance, they advance a full 6, so close to the Boers. Then here they try to block the road, and then here they impede. I suggest, and I see that this put an issue to the scenario, because if they enter only by this road, they simply stop it with a movement. So I decided on the course of the game, because Zulu cannot deploy 18 inches from the road. I decided that the British can enter up to 6 inches in every direction from the road. It seems fair, otherwise it's quite impossible to let the reinforcement to arrive. And so moving into the British turn. Let me say it's a mixed bag for the colonial troops, because they shoot at them at close range and just kill 1 and easily pass their morale. This time the naval squad failed to kill anyone of the incoming unmarried Zulu down there. They entered and decided to simply move in due to their 7 of discipline. They want to stay outside, so they try to sacrifice themselves. They enter skirmishing. They successfully passed their test but failed to hit anything. And then the colonel shoot at them. They are in covenant long range. They managed just to kill 1, but with discipline 6, they roll a 6, so they are pinned. And this is a very lucky blow for the personality, which otherwise would be really in danger. But the situation is not at all good for the British, because the Zulu, the Himpi, are on there, and certainly will be some charges this turn. So moving into the Zulu turn 3. Well, not really a good turn for the Zulu, or a very very good turn for the Brits. They failed to impede, so they must retreat and take another pin on market. This unit here charge the Boers and kill absolutely nothing. They roll terrible dice and take 4-5 casualties in return from the Boers, so they fall back and were pinned. Then Shaka and his unit charge in and kill 3 of the Boers at the price of 1 casualty, and they pass their morale, but they force it to retreat because they lose melee. Then the unmarried try to overrun the naval patrol, which roll incredibly well for an untrained unit and kill 4 models, forcing them to test. They fail the pin, fall back, and they stay safe. And that's it. Oh yes, they failed to activate, and I forgot to roll for them, so I roll for you. They failed to activate. So that's it. Now moving into the British turn. The gods of dice returned the favor to the Zulu because it was an audible turn for the British. The Boer at this close distance failed to hit anyone, and the same here, they failed to do anything. No, they failed to activate, so they cannot shoot at the incoming Zulu. Only they put 1 casualty and pin the shooting unit here. They successfully move at the double, but roll a 1, so they just move 7 inches rather than 6, and they shoot, kill a couple of this, but they pass their morale, so nothing happened. And that's it for the British. The imp is closing to the settlement, so we'll see what is happening in the next Zulu turn. Another mixed bag. The dice is quite strange today. This unit again failed to rally. They have 3 pin and move away, and this unit also failed with a 5 of discipline to rally and move away. Then the rest of the Zulu unpin and coming to the sweet part of the turn. They charge, receiving 4 casualties, lose the melee, but kill 4. Receiving 4 casualties and kill 3 of the remaining Boers. Then with a spectacular 14 inches they charge across the wall and slay the remaining Boers. Both the unit pass their pinning test, so it's okay, and that unit down there still watching what is happening and wait to take part of the game. And this is not good for the Zulu. That's it. Now moving into the British turn. The personality left 6 turn to reach safely here, but we'll see if they manage to do this. Now moving into the British turn. That's it. The sailor again, when they are in trouble, the dice seem to bless them. They put a 4 casualty into them and they were pinned. The colonel ordered the charge into the enemy, but their soldiers are more sensed than their officers, so they failed to activate, refused to charge into the Zulu. They successfully move at the double towards the settlement. They shoot and kill a couple of Zulu, but they pass their morale, and that put an end to the British turn. Now moving into the Zulu turn. The really interesting turn. They all again failed, and they now have 4 peanut market. They move at the double, try to intercept the squads with the personality. They charge the brigade, kill 3 of them, but take 4 casualties, so they were beaten and fall back, but they passed their morale. Simply they fall back. No, sorry, they drew the combat, killed 3, received 3 casualties, so they fall back, but no test is required. And here they lose 2 casualties to the shooting unit, which upper them ability have 2 charge. They charge, kill 2, receiving 4 casualties, roll very badly and routed from the field. The unmarried unit crossed the river ready to charge, and that unit finally move and make ready to cross the river and attack on that side, while the small unit of unmarried is also failed their morale and are retreated 4 inches away. And now moving into the British turn. It was a very close and very short turn for the British. They tried to skirmish to move forward and still shooting, but as predictable they failed. They decided to form the line and shooting. They shot at this unit, killing 4, but they passed the morale. They failed to activate to shoot, and they failed to activate to charge. Again, the Colonel Carney order fix the bayonet, but the soldier say, "You are mad, sir. We needed to stay where they are and kill them shooting with our Martini rifle." And that's it. That's the end of the British turn. Now only 4 turns left to reach the safety of the settlement, but without Zulu within 3 inches from them. So we'll see if they manage to do it or not. Now moving into the Zulu turn. Another interesting turn for the Zulu. The Sergeant Seal remained the only one sailor alive. His squad is pushed back by that charge of the Zulu. They passed their morale, then received the charge of the Shaka unit, and this time they roll again very well and kill 3 Zulu and take 3 casualty. The combat is a draw. They fall back, they remain where it is. This unit here charge here, kill 2, take 3 casualty in return, and the leader is a casualty, so their discipline now dropped to 8. And they fail to activate, they to rally and are fleeing with 5 casualty. They also fail to rally and have 2 casualty and fled, and they fail to activate to cross the river. So moving into the British turn now. It's incredible, they again fail on a 4. They rolled 3 in a row to charge, so they failed and can do nothing. He skirmished successfully but failed to hit the lone model. The skirmisher moving slightly forward and finish off this unit. Here they try to shoot at long distance to the Shaka unit, but they fail in it 3 times due to the cover and the distance. So nothing happens, and that put an end to the British turn. 3 turns to the end of the game. They have 3 turns to enter and prevent having Zulu 3 inches from them. When the Zulu turn is over, this unit again failed. They receive enough pin marker to the number of casualties, so it's routed, and that still fled. They successfully finish off the naval patrol, forcing them to take 2 pinning tests, but both of them pass. And that unit again failed to cross. Their repetitive failure compromised greatly the game, because if they manage to cross the river earlier in the game, they will be there, or maybe just charge this unit here. They stay on that side of the river so many turns that practically are irrelevant in the game terms, and now it's very hard. The British have 3 turns to enter here, but just 3 Zulu to cope with, to protect the personality long enough to win the game. So probably the game is over, but we'll see the next turn. If they manage to recover and have a last turn great charge, and if they manage to activate to cross this bloody river. Now they have not to test, because just move is enough to cross. And the British over the turn and probably the game, because they managed to kill 2. Finally they roll to charge and kill 2. He retreat and being pinned, and I left here because he was shot down by the sergeant unit there, and without the double, the personality entered into the safety of the settlement, and that's put an end to the game, because even if they cross the river with a regular movement, they have not enough time to reach them, and even if they umpeen, cannot charge. So the next British turn, it starts with a personality safely into the settlement, so the game is over. And it was a strange game. The outcome of the game really depend on the bad roll for the Zulu morale. The unity here, it was unbelievable. They have a 6 of discipline and fail repeatedly, and fail a 6th time to rally. And the same for that unit there, and with 7 of discipline for that married unit, they cannot move quick enough. And my mistake was to try to move to the double to recover the lost terrain. This is a lesson that I've learned with 7 of discipline. Better to move 8 inches every turn than try to run and stay put. So all in all, it's my fault in running the Zulu for this British victory. Otherwise, we cannot say how the game will go, because all in all, 2 units were completely destroyed, and with more Zulu unit into the settlement, I don't know if the personality will manage to escape safely from this part of Zululand. But anyway, it was a fun game, despite some mistake, and finally a victory for the British after so many brutal defeat. I have to say that Zulu without 3 veteran unit and 3 fierce unit are more playable, more possibility for the Brits to survive. Although they take some severe casualty, 2 units were completely destroyed, and they are in great advantage for the war. So all in all, that's it. The final score is a victory for the British, and the Zulu retreating to lick their wounds and come back the next day. That's all. Thank you for watching, and happy wargaming to all of you.